said, Nuff said, Nuff said, enough. What they talking about? Nuff said, Nuff said, Nuff said. What he talking about? Nuff said, Nuff said, Nuff said. What she talking about? Nuff said, Nuff said, Nuff said. What we talking about? Nuff said, Nuff said, Nuff said, enough.
Gia, welcome to the motherfucking stream. You understand me? Yeah, we in it to win it, man. Nuff said, back at it like a crack addict, in it to win it. You understand me? You're never gonna stop it and always gonna spend it. Listen, man. Yeah, we what you call official tissue, man. We definitely in the building, man. This is Nuff Said. You feel me? Your topics, your way. You know what I'm saying? And we about to get in where we fit in, man. Talking about these top 50 greatest rappers with the celebration of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, hip hop. You understand me? Yeah, we definitely in it to win it, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. A lot of people thought rap wouldn't even be around this long. You know what I'm saying? To keep it official tissue. I remember so many times when it was about to get banned, man. But even with that said, with the top 50 greatest rappers, man, and them putting us in the position to win, you know, now we got to celebrate, you know, the birthday of it, and they celebrating it with Billboard, you feel me, which is the main motherfuckers to give you your sales, and Vibe Magazine dropping their top 50 list, you feel me, of greatest rappers of all times, man, and this shit been all over the place, man. So I tried last minute, man, to put together some real deal ones, you know what I'm saying, to give their perspective on it, you know what I'm saying, and see how they feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Outside of me, because this is Nuff Said, man. You understand me? Your topics, your way. That's how we giving it up, man. So, you know, with that being said, you know, you got shit like this, man. If you actually look at it, you know what I'm saying, and you see the perspective that they put this shit in. You know what I'm saying? From top 50 all the way on down to the folks that didn't even make it. It's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about the greatest rappers of all times. Not rapper, not singer. You feel me? We talking about the greatest rappers. So amongst what they said, their criteria was, we gonna check out their criteria, you feel me? And I want to drop a nice lengthy, you know, notion of why they said they ranked this how they ranked it. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely about they you know, the culture of it, you know, how many sales they had, you know, cultural impact is what they screaming on. You know what I'm saying? The criticism of it. So they talking about, you know, how much money they made. You feel me? They lyrics, you know, the trailblazers of it, you know, the ones who was more, you know, culturally impact. So my thing about this here, it's not just them talking about who sold the most records, right? It ain't even about who's the most lyrical ever, right? This is more or less about the top 50 rappers all together, selling wise, rapping wise, cultural wise, what they meant to people. So it ain't just that. Because my thing here, Okay, so if you say just lyrical, now you're talking about the Nas's, you feel me? You're talking about the Jay-Z's, you're talking about the most depths. Don't sleep on Black Thought. You talking about the Black Thoughts of the world. You feel me? You're not just talking about regular, ordinary motherfuckers. You feel me? So that gets to the point where it's like, okay, so you look at a Pusha T, right? Okay, you looking at a Pusha T. Is a Pusha T, you feel me? Like, is a Pusha T on them top levels? Did he cover all them bases of all them boxes? It gets real. You know what I'm saying? It gets real. Real talk. So then you go, let's see, let's look up in this motherfucker, man. Okay, so you got ones like E40, right? You talking about a cultural, a cultural top shelf motherfucker. You feel me? You talking about a nigga that got his own lingo. You feel me? So now you talking about cultural, you talking about impact, you talking about longevity, you talking about lyricism. You know what really goes into the whole lyricism thing of it. You know what I'm saying? Is you talking about who's lyrical, with the tall as a tree, you know what I'm saying? Blue as the sky type of shit. Is that what we talking about? So it starts to get real deal in the field, you feel me? As far as who is in this top 50 or not. Now, I can't lie, man. I seen what the homie Fat Joe said, you know what I'm saying? And it's the thing, right? So we on YouTube. It's your words, your way. You know what I'm saying? However you want to, converse on it. But the main thing about it is, okay, well, even with it being your way, your words, you still have to look at it to the point where, hold on, let me see something. Continue. I'm trying to make sure all of this is right, man, for the homies to, be able to get in where they fit in. Okay, so you probably have to connect with that and keep it going. Okay, so boom. So for the most part, if you take in this top 50, right now, they got Missy Elliott on there. Okay. All right. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from Missy Elliott, man, at all. And she definitely deserved to be on this list. But we talking about Missy Elliott over DMX. I'm not saying she don't deserve that cultural-wise, impact-wise, selling-wise. I'm not going to say she don't deserve that, you know what I'm saying, as far as album sales. But, I mean, did she write it all? You know what I'm saying? Like, it start to get real in the fucking field. And like I was saying, man, we fresh on YouTube. And I know YouTube be tripping on a lot of shit and be knocking a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, as far as what they do and what they don't do. So I don't really want to go in and play like what Fat Joe said and play his actual words over YouTube. You feel me? Because we just getting started. So I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get to the point where I'm saying, playing his words and then they give me a strike. We too fresh for that. And I know how YouTube roll for the most part. But you got, all right, let's see, man. Because I'm trying to compare these right moments. You feel me? And I still want to make sure the homies can log in and blog in. So when they touch down, we definitely click them in. Because their input is going to mean a lot more than what a lot of motherfuckers are saying. You know what I'm saying? But you think about it. Okay, so you got Lil Kim at 31. Lil Kim. We talk about top 50 rappers of all times. Lyrical-wise, money-wise, sale-wise, impact-wise. Okay, she didn't write a lot of her stuff in the early days as far as Biggie go. You know what I'm saying? We can say that. We can say that and put that in that perspective. You feel me? But for the most part, we talking about Lil Kim. We talking about Missy Elliott over Lil Kim. Y'all got to think about that. Now they got Nicki Minaj at 10. So they got Nicki Minaj over Missy Elliott. They got Nicki Minaj over Lil Kim. I can't knock that. because sale-wise and what she's done as an impact to the culture. We talking about Nicki Minaj, man. You know what I'm saying? She done broke hella fucking records too. She's sitting at the top of the charts in an impactful way that a lot of other women ain't. And Missy Elliott is too. But let's take out the let's take out the impact wise. There would be no Nicki Minaj without Lil Kim. You see what I'm saying? So how do you have Nicki Minaj at 10, but Lil Kim so far down that they got Lauryn Hill over Lil Kim? Okay, see, now y'all hear me knocking at the door? Now you hear me knocking at the door? Yeah, let's get some music in the background. You understand me? Now you hear me knocking at the door? Really? So you telling me out of all people, they got Lauryn Hill before Lil Kim. They got Nicki Minaj before Lil Kim, which there would be no Nicki Minaj without Lil Kim. Salute, man. Salute to Lauryn Hill. I swear to God, that Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is truly impactful, truly fucking great. Top shelf album of all time. But you putting her over Lil Kim? Impactful Lil Kim? That there would be no Cardi B? There would be no Nicki Minaj? Now y'all hear me knocking at the door. You hear me? You let the homies get up in here, man. Like I really need their opinion on all this, man. I really need their opinion on all this because it's crazy as fuck. You got women-wise, you got Queen Latifah at 44. So you got Queen Latifah at 44, which basically you might as well say she wasn't even on the list at this point. If she at 44, she might as well not even be on the list. MC Lyte at 47. So why even put MC Lyte on the list at all? You get what I'm saying? What did MC Lyte do impactful for it to be on the top 50 greatest rappers of all times? To put her on the list. What did she do so impactful? I know y'all hear me knocking at the door. Let me in. What did she do that's so impactful? Yeah, she made her feet wet. Yeah, she on some TV shows. Yeah, she, you know what I'm saying? But if I could ask the average person right now, name me a MC Lyte song, they probably could do it. They probably could do it. Now, I'm from the rooter to the tutor. I know rap like that, so I can do it foolproof. But let's ask an average person, name me 2 MC Lyte songs. It's over. Conversation over with. So it gets deep. That's just the women perspective of it. You understand what I'm saying? That's just the women perspective of it. Now, if it gets real deep, and we start to really look into it, if you ask a lot of people they top 5 or top 10 rappers of all time, and if they from the rooter to the tutor from the beginning of rap to now of rap, oh, they gonna have Rakim up in there. Yeah, they gonna have Eric B and Rakim the fuck up in there. You understand what I'm saying? They definitely gonna have Rakim up in there. Now they got and don't get me wrong, this list was made by Billboard and Vibe magazine. You understand what I'm saying? Vibe magazine got 2 of the biggest magazine covers cultural in hip hop ever fucking made. You feel me? Especially the one with Dr. Dre, especially the one with Tupac, the whole East Coast, West Coast with Biggie. This is cultural shit. These are the only people that interviewed Tupac before he went to prison when he was in prison. When he said Thug Life was dead. Let's keep it real now. You know, if we talking about impactful type of shit, Vibe got a voice. We not gonna play them like they don't got a voice. You know what I'm saying? They definitely got a fucking voice. And then Billboard, how would you know who sold what if Billboard didn't tell you what the fuck was sold? How would you know? How would you know who went gold, who went platinum, who went, you understand, who went copper? You wouldn't fucking know. Nah, dog. You wouldn't know none of that shit if they didn't lace that down to you like that. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. Hold on, let me get this whole this stream up in her. Let me go ahead and put it out here for everybody to see. Just in case anybody touched down, you know what I'm saying, and actually want to get in until the homies is in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me put that out there so everybody can see that, and you know what I'm saying, be able to get their feet wet. First show, man. First show ever. You understand me? Not the last. We're gonna do this every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? We went through a lot of fuck ups, a lot of kinks and bugs that we had to work out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we getting in it to win it, man. It ain't nothing to it but to do it, man. And this is what we doing. It's gonna be here all day, every motherfucking day. Don't even worry about it. So let's get back to this, man. Let's get back to this. And like I always say, this our channel, this your channel, your way. You understand me? But until we can get everybody up in this bitch, you're gonna have to hear my motherfucking mind. Hello. So this the thing, right? So, and see, that's why I really want to get the homies in here, because when I start to speak on this, I don't want my perception of it to be took and ran with. I want their perception to be took and ran with. So check this out, right? Big pun. Big pun. Big P-U-N. You understand me? The Punisher. Now, even me myself, my top 50 list, and trust and believe, I should have uploaded my shit up on her, because my top 50 list ain't got nothing to do with this fucking list. But I get where this is going. This is the top 50 of all time. You know what I'm saying? Greatest rappers. Like I said, with Vibe Magazine, the people that they got that's talking about it, they reputable enough to put out a top 10 list. And if y'all look on YouTube, you'll see how they broke it down. But Big Pun. When Big Pun passed away, unfortunately, he had one album. You hear me knocking at the door? Let me the fuck in. He had one album. Uno. So if you got one album, right? How does that give you longevity? Do you feel me? It could be impactful. I'm not saying it can't be impactful, but how does that give you longevity? That's the part that I don't understand completely. How does that give you longevity if you got one fucking album? Yeah, we're talking about one album, dog. We're not talking about nothing. We're talking about one fucking album. Now, he had a album that dropped after. He had an album that dropped after, you know what I'm saying, after the fact or whatever the case may be. But and that definitely sold. And it should have sold. Hello? It should have fucking sold. It should have sold. Hold on. I think I put something on here to have it where the authorization. Let me change this. Let me change this. Guess also authenticate. No, guess concede. Guess can stream different destinations. Okay, y'all. I got to change a couple of things on her because I'm clicking on it and I don't even see why it's not letting me in. Hello. Okay, there we go. It's letting in now. Yeah, it's letting in now. Okay, so back to the homie Big Punisher. Hello. And they got the homie at let me see where they got the homie at. They got the homie at number 26. That's not bad. That's not bad. But when you talking about cultural and impactful, you talking about somebody with longevity? Where's the longevity at if it's only one fucking album? Unfortunately, he passed away, but what are we talking about? What are we talking about? How does that give How does that give, you know, the lyrics is there, the flow is there, but longevity and cultural impact and influence? What? I'm not understanding that. Where's the cultural impact and influence in Big Pun? Okay, he might have had impact as far as getting Puerto Rican rappers on, but what other Puerto Rican rappers you know he put on? Don't knock the messenger, man. Don't kill the messenger. I'm trying to keep it a buck as far as much as I can. How does that happen? Guests can stream online. Let's can see fewer accounts. How does that happen, man? I'm not understanding that. So for the most part, let me see. Please no recording settings are disabled while live. Okay. I'm just trying to see if I got all these settings right, man, to let people enter. Because I'm even having trouble entering myself. But okay, for the most part, so who did he put on? Who did Big Pun put on? You know, they got, I mean, okay, so they got, let's say somebody that's probably should be higher than Big Pun. Let's see one person that should be higher than Big Pun. Should T.I. be higher than Big Pun? You see what I'm saying? So if you're talking about cultural, I mean, we wouldn't even be talking about the trap if it wasn't for Tip. You get what I'm saying? We wouldn't even be talking about the trap if it wasn't for Tip. What did Pun do or put in perspective to change somebody's narrative or change somebody's thought or to put a cultural impact on somebody? I don't see it, man. I definitely don't fucking see it. I don't even know how that's even possible to say that he's over somebody like that. Let's take it a bit further, man. Let's get to the grid of it all. So you got this whole list, right? You got your Bun B's on there, your Redman's on there. We're talking about top 50 of all time and impactful. If you look at this top 50 list, there is no Ja Rule. You hear me knocking open the fucking door. The top 50 rappers of all times. Of all times, we're talking about sale-wise, impact-wise, storytelling-wise, flow-wise, lyrics, and longevity. It did get cut a little short thanks to Phil. But if we're talking about a cultural impact, niggas wasn't putting no singing and no harmonizing in they shit before. Come on, man. Come on, man. They wasn't putting that in there before he was putting his best foot forward. It wasn't happening. No Ja Rule on the list at all. Top 50 rappers of all times, cultural impact, things of that nature. There's no Ja Rule on the fucking list at all. Somebody need to be disrespectfully smacked. Now, I'm not the biggest Ja Rule fan in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna claim that. You know what I'm saying? But no Ja Rule on the list at all. But we got MC Lyte. Top 50 of all times. We got MC Lyte. Yeah. No. Seriously, we got MC Lyte. Okay, so the link is working. Okay, that's all I needed to see. I needed to see that. Yeah, let me click off of that. So as I said, did it at all? Really? That's what we done? Now, I mean, it gets disrespectful. I really want to get the homies in here, man, because it gets even more disrespectful. It gets more disrespectful as it goes on, my nigga. Oh, it gets more disrespectful. No Ja Rule on the list at all. Let's talk about a motherfucker like. Let's say Fabulous. Fabuloso. You hear me knocking at the door. Open that motherfucker up. No Fabulous? Okay, so we talking about let's check the boxes again. Let's check the boxes. We got Trailblazers. I don't think a lot of motherfuckers was wearing jerseys that much before he got into winning. You understand me? Let's talk about influence. Niggas weren't wearing them big fitteds or fitteds at all before Fabuloso stepped on the scene. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a Fabuloso fan like that. But I'm of the culture. You understand what I'm saying? I am part of this culture. From the rooter to the tutor, I'm part of it. I'm gonna keep it real all day. Lyrics, storytelling, flow. No Fabuloso? But we got Curtis Blow at 23. Listen, man. Listen, man. It's real in the fucking field. And don't forget, this list was made by Vibe Magazine and Billboard. Billboard is the niggas who tell you went gold, who went platinum, who sold what. These niggas got a voice. They got a voice. There's no way that this shit could be popping like this. You understand me? And nobody, like, so this is my thing. Fat Joe went the fuck off. Fat Joe went the fuck off because let's be real. Once again, no Ja Rule, no Fabuloso, no Fat Joe. Top 50 of all times. We talking about cultural. We talking about lyrics, flow. I'm not gonna say Joe up there with all that. But if you talking about a motherfucker that made an impact, if you talking about number ones, sales, how do you got Big Pun on the list if you don't got Fat Joe? Let's be real, man. How do you got Big Pun with no Fat Joe? You could have put Fat Joe 50. You could have put him 50. Hello? You could have put him 51 and just said honorable mention. Hello? You could have put him in it to win it. Joe, I see you in the building, homie. You know we in it to win it, man. Talking that talk. Salute. This is crazy. This is crazy. Number one Cuddy in the building. I see you. Hello. That's Team Nuff Said. Hello. You hear me knocking at the door, man. It gets worse and it gets worse. I'm waiting for the homies to get in here because there's some shit I really want to go in on. But these is cultural giants that need to, I want to hear their opinion more than anything. But you got a Redman at 42. You got Redman at 42. Salute to Chuck D. Salute to Pusha T. But you got Pusha T. You got Pusha T. You hear me knocking at the door, man. I couldn't put Pusha T over Jadakiss. Not impact wise. So look at it. So you got Pusha T at 29, right? Now let's check the boxes. Pusha T. You talking about pioneers, trailblazers. You understand what I'm saying? You talking about longevity. You talking about cultural impact. You talking about lyrics. You talking about flow. And you talking about achievements. What fucking achievements do Pusha T got? Come on, man. What motherfucking impact? Which one of those do you think that he got, man? How is Pusha T over? They got Pusha T over Lauryn Hill. And you just heard me going on Lauryn Hill. But I can't go in on Lauryn Hill that bad and say, okay, well, Lauryn Hill ain't this and she ain't that. But Pusha T is over. Lauryn Hill over Pusha T? These people got a voice, man. They got a voice. And we got a whole hip-hop culture coming up that probably don't know who even half these motherfuckers is. Just to keep it a beam with you. They have no idea who the fuck none of these motherfucking people is, man. At all. They have no idea who the fuck they is. So when you got the speakers of the culture coming out and they actually speaking on it and they putting it in a perspective where they letting it be seen. They put it in a perspective letting it be seen of this is what it is. Yeah, it gets real in the field, man. Yeah, it definitely gets real in the fucking field because now they voices was being heard. Like I told you, these BGs, man, listen, if a motherfucker that's about, let's say a good 25 and under, they can't tell you shit about no Mos Def, no Common, no goddamn Red Man. They can't tell you about Queen Latifah. They can't tell you about Ice-T. They can't tell you none of this shit. But if you're putting Pusha T before Lauryn Hill and Lil Kim, you're putting Pusha T before T.I. Let's be real, man. We ain't even got to like not name parts of this. We ain't got to not name parts of this, man. So how is it that we can have it? Okay, and let's be real, man. DMX at 21, right? We're talking about DMX, right? If we're talking about impactful, cultural, top shelf shit, if you got DMX at 21, I don't see how you put in. Let me see. Okay, let's take Big Daddy Kane. The Kanester. Impactful, yeah, he definitely deserves to be there. But if you're talking about impactful and cultural, if you tell somebody right now you got Future at 35, they're gonna be saying Future is top 15. That nigga's top 15 to them right now, dog. Yeah, I see the homie Mac just got the link. Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. We gonna get some real motherfucking perspectives on this shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get some real motherfucking perspectives on this. Because this is the thing about it. You got motherfuckers, you got top 10s. And then we get to see, I don't want to get to the top 10s yet. I don't want to get into these top 10s until these homies get in her. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you talking about from the rooter to the beginning to the end, how's Rakim not in the top 10? Right? If we talking about cultural impactful, at this point, Kanye West is top 10, cultural and impactful. But once again, let's not forget Ja Rule not on the list. Black Thought from the Roots, right? Lyrical than a bitch. Lyrical than a bitch. I can't take nothing from him. I can't take nothing from him at all. More lyrical than a bitch at all. You can't take nothing from him. But we got Black Thought at 28. We got Black Thought over Lauryn Hill. We got Black Thought over Busta Rhymes. You hear me knocking, man? We got Black Thought over Busta Rhymes over T.I. I'm telling you, man, if it's a motherfucker you talking to and they 24 and under, they couldn't tell you about half these motherfuckers, man. They couldn't tell you about half these motherfuckers that they even talking about right now. It would not be happening. It would not be possible. They wouldn't give a shit. They wouldn't give a shit. So like I said, I'm waiting for the homies to get up in here, man. But this the killer part about it. This is probably one of the biggest no-nos that I've seen on this whole fucking list, right? So you got 50 Cent, right? At 17. You can't take nothing from that, man. You can't take nothing from that. You got 50 Cent at 17, right? You got Snoop at number 9, right? Now this is where it get real. You got Ice Cube at 18, which under 50 Cent, which is highly disrespectful. That's why I'm waiting for the homie to get in here. But they got Ice Cube under the homie at motherfucking at 18, right? This the killer part to it all. And this where it get real. This the killer part to it all, my nigga. They got Dr. Dre at number motherfucking 40. Dr. Dre at 40, man. Welcome to Nuff Said, man.
What they talking about? Nuff said. Nuff said. Nuff said. What he talking about? Nuff said. Nuff said. Nuff said. What she talking about? Nuff said. Nuff said. Nuff said. What we talking about? Nuff said. Nuff said. Nuff said. Enough. What they talking about? Nuff said. Nuff said. Nuff said. What he talking about? Nuff said. Nuff said. Nuff said. What she talking about? Nuff said. Nuff said. Nuff said. What we talking about? Nuff said. Nuff said. Nuff said. Enough.
It get real, man. It get real, man. Dr. Dre at number 40. Now, listen, man. Goodness gracious. So here's my thing, man. Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing, right? Now, I understand the people that's doing this, and I understand, some of the shit that they saying per se, as far as, why they feel certain people should be in different places. And this is Billboard, like I said. This is Billboard we talking about. This is Vibe magazine we talking about. But Dr. Dre at number 40 is probably, that made me just stop the whole thing. So fuck the fact that we ain't got Ja Rule on here. Fuck the fact that we ain't got Fabulous on here. Fuck the fact that we ain't got Fat Joe on here. Y'all put Dr. Dre, the nigga responsible for 50 Cent, for Snoop. I ain't gonna say responsible for Cube, in a sense. At number 40? Oh, yeah, y'all some hoe ass. Y'all some hoe ass nigga, man. Y'all some hoe ass nigga, man. But at the end of the day, you got Officer Rick Ross at number 50. My nigga, we got Officer Rick Ross at number 50 and Dr. Dre. So you telling me when it hold on, let's check the boxes again. Let's check the boxes. We talking about body of work, achievements, cultural impact and influence, longevity, lyrics, flow. Now you can take that away with Dr. Dre, right? We could do that. We could do that and say that, right? I'm not gonna say we can't do that. We could take away his lyrics, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature, because he didn't write a lot of this shit. Okay. We could take that away, right? We could take that away, no problem. I ain't tripping on that because he didn't write a lot of his shit. You know what I'm saying? He definitely didn't write a lot of his shit. You feel me? I'm not gonna knock that. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to everything else, right? And all of them boxes is checked, right? Oh, it get real in the field. Oh, yeah, it get real in the field, man. Yeah, it get real in the field. It get real in the field, man. Yeah. It get real in the field, man. It definitely get real in the field. So I get that part of it. I get that part of it, right? So excuse me, I'm trying to hit the homies up, you know what I'm saying, and let them know to get up in here, man. You know, I definitely want it on tape for playback purposes to have their voices definitely heard and put on this live that's gonna be around forever. So definitely, you know, when it come down to Dre, that's one you could take away. Lyrics. Now you got to think about it. You probably could take away flow too. Okay, yeah. But this is the thing about it. It also takes a motherfucking ear. Because even though, motherfucker, you wrote my shit, I still got to say it, bitch. And at the same time, I still got to put it in the perspective where I like that. Now, if you say something I don't like and I take it out, then okay, then that ain't my lyrics then. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But if I say, yeah, I'm feeling that, hell yeah, I like that. My ear selected that. So you can take a lot of motherfuckers away. I get that. No problem. But you got Officer Rick Ross in the top 50? What? Hold on, look at the boxes. Look at the goddamn boxes. Flow, I give his fraudulent ass that. I give him that. Lyrics, longevity, cultural impact and influence. Who the fuck did Rick Ross influence? Am I missing something? Who the fuck did he influence? Who the fuck said, man, you know what? I'm about to start rapping because Rick Ross go off. Who the fuck ever said that or did that? Same thing with Pusha T. Who? You ever heard a nigga say, hey man, listen, Pusha T be going hard in the bitch. I think I'm gonna start rapping. Nah, man. But I've seen motherfuckers wear fitteds because of Fabuloso. I've seen motherfuckers start singing on their hooks because of Ja Rule. I've seen motherfuckers look for that hit and keep going for that hit song because of Fat Joe. I've seen this shit. I've seen no cultural impact. Run DMC is one of the most impactful groups of all times, right? They made niggas wear red. They made niggas wear the derby hats. You feel me? They made niggas start wearing the shell toe Adidas. Facts. They got Red Run at number 49. We talking about cultural influence. Don't forget, this is people that made this list or people of the culture that gotta fucking say so. Yeah, they gotta fucking say so. Now let's check this out real quick, right? I'm happy I pulled this up and I got this in here. Cause I wanna lay this on you right here. Now this is something that the homie did way back in the Gap, right? This is something that he put way back in the Gap. This is Funk Flex, top 50 living artists of all times, right? Top 50. Now this is Funk Flex, by far one of the most known, greatest DJs of all time. Now we know he do got problems with a lot of bullshit that he say, and a lot of bullshit that he put out there in the atmosphere. We definitely do know all of that. We do know all of that, but at the same time, you can't take away from, you know, who he is and what he do. Now, his shit was based upon skill level, bars, body of work, impact, same criteria, right? Same criteria. Now, this is this motherfucker doing this shit. Now, he got an impactful voice of anybody. Now, you look at his top, let's say top 10. You got Black Thought, you got Jadakiss, you got Pusha T, You got Kendrick Lamar. You got J. Cole, Drake, Rakim, Nas, Andre 3000, Jay-Z, right? Now, one thing y'all gonna notice, very disrespectful, and you can't, which kind of begs the different the fact that, you know, you should even fucking have his bullshit up her. But he is impactful into the culture. There's no Tupac on, oh, well, it's Living MCs, right? So this is Living MCs, that's it. On the top 50 that they got greatest of all times, you only got about 5 or 6 people on there that's no longer her. So what differs so much from his 50 living, which he very well could have been on this panel to make this shit happen. You hear me? He very well could have been on that panel. What makes his top 50 so different from the 50 that's living? Now let's see who on this one that's not on the top that should be. Now he got Nicki Minaj at number 49. So, okay, so if you take a lot of these people, right, this top 50, and this is the top 50 that's living, you got A$AP Rocky. Yeah, overall, he just on some bullshit, if you actually really look at it. Because he got Meek Mill on there. But somebody like me, honestly, if they putting, okay, let's go back. If they putting Officer Rick Ross at number 50, do you think Meek Mill had a more cultural impact than Rick Ross? I mean, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, because they put Dr. Dre at motherfucking 40 when he made all these motherfuckers before him, right? He made all of them, right? So they get a right to be on the list from people that he made. No Fat Joe at all, but he made Big Pun, which, let's not forget, we talking about one album. One album. I don't know how long their longevity went, but that's one album. So why not have Meek Mill on there? If it's top 50 of all time, you got Rick Ross on there. What the fuck did Officer Ricky do? I'm lost on that. Let's not forget these people are cultural. They have an impact in the culture. And then there's something that Fat Joe said, man. And Fat Joe was, he definitely had a good perspective on it. He definitely said, you know, honestly, at this point in time, you know, there is no right or wrong list. Everybody got a fucking opinion. Everybody can put it in the perspective of how they want to. There is no right and wrong fucking list. There is none. There is no right and wrong list at all. You know what I'm saying? There is none. But at the same time, I mean, when you talk about people that's cultural impacting the culture, it gets real in the field. All right, so we getting down to the nitty gritty of it, man. So I'm gonna keep it pushing. I don't know if that link went through to everybody, but you know, it is what it is. Now here goes this is where the disrespect gets real, right? This is where the disrespect gets real, man. Because we talking about the top 20, right? Impact and cultural impactful, right? Now, here's my problem with this shit. First of all, they got Kendrick Lamar at number 2. And I didn't mean to mark the homie name out. I just didn't have nowhere to put the logo. So I wanted to make a what the fuck moment, if you per se. Kendrick the homie. Top shelf. I definitely put him top 20 all day long, if not top 25 for sure. But let's check these boxes. Let's check these boxes. Flow. As far as flow, yeah, he got that. He got that. Lyrics, one of the top in the game right now. One of the top in the game. But okay, now when we talk about lyrics and we talk about Kendrick, now I've seen this motherfucker black out just off the top of the dome. Not too many niggas can do that. So lyric-wise, it's up there. It's definitely up there. But is his lyric-wise over Eminem? Is his lyric-wise over Kanye West? Now, I know people wrote a couple songs for Kanye West. We ain't talking about the hits. We talking about early Kanye. And it's bad Kanye. Is we saying that Kendrick's lyrics is over cultural impactfully over Scarface? over Ice Cube. Now we talking about the greatest rappers of all time, the top 50, and we putting him number 2 over Nas Escobar. Kendrick Lamar over Nas Escobar. Kendrick been in the game solid, let's say about, where we going? Where we going with this, kid? Let me go. You know, I don't want to go all the way back to the K-Dot days. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when it get real. For those of y'all that know, you know what I'm saying? The K-Dot days was, you know, when it really popped off for him, when he was early days with Top Dog. You know what I'm saying? So we just go back, we just go to the first album. We say, you know, when was the first album put out? See, they got Section 8 now. We're not gonna go back that far. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna go back that far because they could go to 2011. We could go back that far. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna go to Good Kid, Bad Man City. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about 2012. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about 2012. Now, this my killer, right? If you ask anybody they top 5 rappers of all time, right? You got your usual suspects. You got your Jays, you got your Nas, you got your Pops, you got your Bigs, you got your Eminems. That's about the average top 5 rappers of all time for most people. You could flam it a couple here and there, throw some Waynes in there. You feel me? Of course, we're talking about 2023. You can throw some Drakes in there. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about from the Rooter to the Tutor, you're going to throw some Rakims in there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to throw some Ice Cubes in there. You know what I'm saying? For the record, that's in my top 5. My top 5 ain't got nothing to do with this list, though, because I'm unorthodox. And, you know, I've never been big in the lyrics too much like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in the streets foolproof. So I didn't give a fuck if you was lyrical miracle. I just gave a fuck if you talking about some shit I can relate to. So it's different levels of the game with that, right? But you're gonna say those top 5. But for the most part, let's say we remove Kendrick Lamar. That's the killer part to it all. Listen to me, listen to me. I'm knocking at the door. Just crack that bitch open. I'm gonna come in right here. You got Jay-Z, supposedly greatest rapper in the world, top rapper of all time. You got Nas, top lyricist, top rapper of all time. Me personally, there will never be a greater rapper ever to touch this God green earth than Tupac Shakur. Let's be real. We're talking about 360. Let's be real. So if your top 2 is Jay-Z and Nas, what's Nas' biggest fucking song? Yeah. No. Don't turn your head. Look at me. What's Nas' biggest fucking song? Now y'all can play games and say if I rule the world. You can say them type of things if you want to. But we talking about official tissue real deals. And we do got the homie in the building. I gotta get him straight into winning, man. We ain't even gonna play games. Motherfucking Trendsetta Shady. With it, my nigga.
Yes, sir. How y'all feeling, man?
Oh man, listen, we in it to win it, man. I just gotta say already while I got you up in here, man. Listen, man, I started all this based off of seeing you in it to win it. You feel me? You was the one who laid the platform. I used to always look at your shit, be clowning and vibing with y'all niggas, man. So thanks for opening up them YouTube doors. You used to always say, man.
Yo, I appreciate you for acknowledging that. Just period, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the energy.
Official tissue. That's real deal, man. I was like, man, shit, how the homie do that? And I never asked you. You feel me? Like, man, how you even do that shit? I just had to, you know what I'm saying, get in my bag.
All right, I'm gonna give you the game right quick. All right, so look, I had the top live on Instagram for like 2-3 days straight, and it kept going up. It kept saying top, kept glowing up, but it kept glowing and going up, and until it said top live. You feel me? So at one point, my live was so crazy that they kept striking and that they took my live feature. But I still had to get my message out there, so I Googled other platforms that I can go live on, and it just simply said YouTube has a new feature talking about live. I never heard of that. Nobody else never heard of it. Man, I turned the camera on, and I hit the live feature, and I like just went through it because I was already able to do it. It had sent me an email about it before, but I overlooked it. So because I was a content creator for so long, it had sent me a early pre email about it so that I could deal with it. So I end up dealing with it anyway and going live and amassing a solid core fan base on YouTube that to this day, man, they like family to me. So like shout out to everybody rocking with Trendsetta Shady, the leader of the division, Risk Taker Records, underrated music group. They already know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like you know, said, you know what I mean? That's just, you know, that's just how I go, man, bro. I appreciate you.
Man, you already know. Listen,
Yeah.
we on this top 50 crazy ass list, but I gotta say real quick, man, if you can't plug that album, dog, man, you
All
already
right, so
acting
right
up.
now, all right, so let me let y'all know. So the project that I just dropped, well, I just dropped Fuck All Y'all last year. And this year, that was a mixtape. But this year I'm taking over the whole year. So I'm doing a time capsule movement. So what I'm doing is I just dropped the first part of the time capsule. It's called Fuck All Y'all 2. And that's spelled TOO, like also Fuck All Y'all 2. And it's part one. Make sure y'all look that up on Apple Music. That's FXCK. That's FXCK. Cause I wasn't like, I can't just say F all y'all like that. I've got a little bit of more. That's a little bit crazy. The old people
It is.
watching, but gotta have a
Listen,
little bit of
listen.
shame and modesty with your game. You feel me? But FXCK, all y'all too. Part one. Trendsetta Shady, and it's 20 songs on there. I released 7 visuals so far. Working on more right now with heavy music, Dunny Engineering, Best in the City. He got his thing going on. He worked for that title for real. For real. Anybody come to Dunny and get that sauce, you know, he ain't even really give me the sauce that I know he can give me because I ain't giving the time to him. I'm
Facts, facts.
requiring that he get with me in the time that, you know, I really wouldn't rush nobody, but I'm on something. I'm feeding the streets right now. My goal is to drop a time
Hello.
capsule of music in 2023. And that's the whole project right now that I'm pushing 52 pieces of quality, credible content coming from me when it comes to the music and just focusing on my craft. That's where I'm at with it.
Hello. Yeah, man. Y'all fuck with Trendsetta Shady, man, the leader of the motherfucking division. Philly, stand up. Man, I gotta get you, man. Let's go, man. Top
Yeah.
50 list, man. Billboard, Vibe magazine, then dropped it. You feel me? They got a voice. They got a voice in the culture, man. I mean, listen, man.
So let me
from,
say,
from top 50 on down. So this the top 50 list right here as far as what they got. And even with your boy Black Thought at 28, that's crazy. But so looking at the list, I tried to shoot it to you. What's your ultimate first standouts, man, or right wrongs, or what the fuck moments you see with
I
this?
mean, the fact that they got DMX at 20 after the fact that they got DMX, I don't know, like I don't know. The fact that they got Nicki Minaj higher than Missy Elliott is a red flag. Not no shade on Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki
Facts.
Minaj. That's my sister in this music industry.
Mhm.
But you have to put respect on Missy Elliott name before you ever get to a Nicki Minaj. And Nicki would say that the same way with Lauryn Hill. I don't think Nicki
Mhm.
would want to go before Lauryn Hill. I think that, you know, she wouldn't have a problem with fighting with Lil Kim, but like I'm talking about
Facts.
Lauryn Hill and the fact that Missy Elliott is all the way up there over top of that, you know. So, you know, just knowing that, looking at stuff like that, I start understanding where the list is, where the algorithm is coming, where the back end data is coming from, the
Mhm.
Capali's list and come to they understanding. You know what I mean? Anytime you got Ice-T in the list of top 50, he's not top 50 nothing hip hop. He top 50
Mhm.
actors. He might be top 50 of black African American actors of all time.
Mm.
I ain't even gonna lie. He might be number one hip hop between him and Will Smith. They might be fighting for number one hip hop actor of all time. But he definitely not in the top 50 hip hop. There ain't nobody running around talking no Ice-T shit. Never was, never did. That shit was a time. It was a machine behind it. It was a thing. So I don't really pay stuff like that no mind. I keep it real. I keep it relevant. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
Um, uh, Gucci, Common, Mos Def, Future, Chuck D, Busta, T.I., Lil Kim, Lauren, Pusha T, Black Thought, Q-Tip, Big Pun. You know what I mean?
Now, let me say this to you, Shady. Now,
Yeah.
this the thing
It's,
about it,
it's
right?
it's good though. Other than that, it's good. I think it's missing a lot of Southern artists though. I think this list
Facts.
don't really do good for a lot of Southern artists, a lot of Southern pioneers. Like let me look on here. Just in itself, I don't see Soldier Slim, and I know people down in that Mississippi, that Beltway, that Louisiana, that Chitlin circuit down there, that you know what I mean, that circuit down there, bro. I know they're going to uproar if you take away Soldiers, you taking away Magnolia, you taking away Soldier Slim. Like they ain't even put Soldier Slim in the top 50. Y'all ain't put C Murder in the top 50. They ain't put BG in the top 50. Like this is a deficient list right here, bro. I don't even like this is a deficient list. This list is compiled by people. Like that's why I don't like when they do it like that. Hip hop is so expansive. I hate when they try to, constrict it to a top 50 and they don't give the exact context of why they pulling these 50 and what they, you know what I mean? Because sometimes the comparison itself, it gnaws the whole argument, because like what you put in comparison to one thing to the next, it really don't make no sense. So if they looking at overall impact, overall lyricism, artistry, creativity, and all that, this list is way deficient. It's a lot of stuff going on with this list that ain't right.
That's what I was saying about, as far as what they based it on. And they say like the flow, the flow, the lyrics, the longevity, the cultural impact and influence, and the body of work. And it's like you said, but listen, I'm letting you go because I need your opinion on most of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's what it is. I'm in the studio right now running this bill up. We in the studio currently live right now.
Facts, and I see you too. I mean, I'm happy you at least touched in. And let me just ask you this real quick, Shady, with this top 10. With this top 10, and then I'm gonna let you get it back at it like a crack addict. How you feel about that top 10, man? With Kendrick Lamar being at number 2. We talking about impactful wise, longevity wise. You still ain't shared it? Oh shit, we might have lost the homie, man. He definitely in the studio, man. I see him backstage. Y'all can't see him. Oh, okay.
My apologies. I had a phone call that came through a couple times, and it became apparent to me that was important, so I had to take that call. Not to say that.
What it is?
Yeah. I apologize. But look, check it. The list in itself is good for the topic of conversation, but I salute everybody that's out there doing it. We out here to complete, never to compete. It don't make sense in this world where money shouldn't be the thing that makes you. So at the end of the day, we should be trying to make as much as we can and give away and take care of our family. You know what I mean? When you find people that amassing wealth, amassing buildings, and they not really looking outwardly, and they just so worried about building up inwardly to bolster their, outward appearance, then you would know that they really not selfless people. They selfish people. They looking inward to really understand what's going on. They should really look outward, because if you think what's going on in this whole world is what's inside you, then you backward right then and there. You feel what I'm saying? Got to look around you and start understanding your life, because what you think is hard may not be hard. Because if you look to the left and you complaining about your foot ache, and you look to the left and you see somebody that doesn't have feet, is your foot ache really that hard? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you have to look outwardly in order for you to appreciate what's going on for you inwardly, and that's what makes you a selfless person. If you do the other way, if you look inwardly to understand the world looking out, then that's what makes you a selfish person. You feel me? So that's just life.
Hey Shady, you always talking that talk, man.
Yeah, because it come from the heart, reach the heart. But look, I gotta tap out of here. I appreciate you. I want to do one drop, man. Shout out to Dunny, Heavy Music. Shout out to Reek. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Big Lil, LA, Lil Brucey, Lil Lenny. You feel what I'm saying? The guys. I love everybody, man. Free them people who in there making the rectifications to come out here and be productive members of society. You know what I mean? I don't have no concern with nobody that's doing anything different, and I don't have no conflict with saying that, and I don't compromise on my position in that because I'm not wrong. You feel me? It just is what it is, man. I want everybody to do what they need to do. You keep doing what you're doing, lighting these YouTube streets up, man. I'm here for you whenever you need me, bro. Just tap in with me, so.
All day.
All right, bro.
Shady.
Peace.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the homie Trendsetta Shady. You understand me? Leader of the Division, Philly's finest. You understand me? And I get what he's saying for the most part, and that's kind of the same way that Fat Joe put it. You know what I'm saying? In perspective, as far as, you know what I'm saying? Overall, the motherfuckers was they're looking at the algorithm of it, and putting it in a perspective, because a lot of this shit just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. The only thing about it though is that these people got a voice. And just like anybody, if you was to Google right now, top 50 greatest rappers of all times and top Billboard 50 greatest rappers, it's all over the place. It's all over the place, and everybody giving a motherfucking opinion on it, and everybody talking about it, and everybody going in. You know what I'm saying? And here at Nuff Said, we ain't no different. You feel me? We ain't no different. We definitely still gonna, voice our opinion for the most part of all of it. But right before that, I want to make this point, right? I want to make this point. And this me speaking also true. I don't speak for nobody. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I can do is voice my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just the way everybody else do. But when you got Nas, if somebody say they got Nas #2 and they got Jay-Z #1, that's all well and good. Salute, more power. But like I was asking y'all, what's Nas #1 song? And when you say Ether, that's in the top of it. You could say something different, but overall, you're gonna say Ether. When you talking about that Ether, you feel me? And you talking about that's a top 9 song. Who started that song off? Fuck Jay-Z. Listen, man. Listen, man. When I say Tupac the #1 rapper of all fucking times, it ain't just because of what he rapped. It ain't just because of what he said or how he delivered it. It's overall, all boxes checked. And they still check. Go Google Tupac right now and click the filter and click this week. Motherfucker, you can click on Tupac and click the filter and click today. And it's a post today about Pop. And if you say Jay-Z is #1 for you, that's all well and good too. But did Jay-Z bite any of Tupac? Look for me, young B, cruising on the west side highway. Oh, no. Okay, so y'all gonna act like y'all ain't just see Jay-Z and Lil Blue at the Super Bowl, and Blue got on a big-ass Tupac shirt. Oh, y'all ain't see that. Yeah, y'all ain't see that, right? So when we talk about all boxes check, we're talking about body of work, check. Cultural impact and influence, check. Longevity, I'm Googling right now, check. Lyrics. Now, hold on, we'll skip past that. We say flow, check. Now let's get to lyrics, right? When it comes to Tupac and lyrics, right? What are we looking for here? You hear me? What lyrics is we looking for here? Is we looking for razzle dazzle? You understand me? Is we looking for tall as a tree? Is we looking at red like Santa Claus? Or is we looking at look for me? Hail Mary. #1 rapper of all times, man. Always have been and always will be, man. Shouts out to the homie Shady, man, for touching down, man. Trendsetta Shady, Philadelphia, leader of division, Philly's finest. You know what I'm saying? Y'all definitely go fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's our first broadcast ever, man. This is a beautiful motherfucking thing, man. Real niggas do real things, and we're gonna continue to do it. I didn't get the homie Mac in. I don't know, maybe he couldn't click the link. It's all good though. You know what I'm saying? That's the big homie. He always gonna be on all of these podcasts and all these broadcasts. So it's definitely up like the clouds. Hello. So for the most part, man, this top 50 list, these is impactful motherfuckers that definitely got a voice, and it kind of is what it is. But they full of shit. They full of shit. If you talking about impactful wise, you talking top 50 ever. No Young Jeezy, that's a whole conversation in itself. No Young Jeezy, no Fabulous, no Ja Rule, no Fat Joe, Will Smith. Billboard, thank you, but I respectfully reject your deposit. Thank you very much, but I respectfully reject your deposit. Man, listen, we in it to win it, man. First episode. You know what I'm saying? This debate is going to go on forever and ever and ever. Y'all could jump in the comments. You know what I'm saying? But log on and blog on. You know what I'm saying? Go follow the Instagram. Everything Nuff Said, man. Nuff Said TNT. TNT stands for Talking Topics. Fuck with your boy and fuck off, man. Shouts out to the homie Shady Touchdown. Billboard's top 50, Kendrick Lamar, not number 2. Fuck with the homie, definitely not number 2, man. I can't get a homie that. He probably would even say that at this point. He getting there, though. When it's all said and done, he might be number 1. We never know. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, shouts out to the homies, man. And, you know, we definitely in it to win it, man. Nuff motherfucking Said.
What they talking about? Nuff said. Nuff said. Nuff said. What he talking about? Nuff said. Nuff said. Nuff said. What she talking about? Nuff said. Nuff said. Nuff said. What we talking about? Nuff said.